Hey, so welcome to our 6 week Lose the Belly Fat Fast program. So, with this program for the next 6 weeks, this is designed to drop fat fast, drop inches fast, including inflammation, uh, obviously water retention, and belly fat, all accumulated around your waist and your hips for the most part. Okay, so that's where you'll be measuring the most, and that's where you're going to lose the most weight from. So this is going to be designed to get you in a great place in the 6 week program, or 6 week after the 6 week program. It's not a sustainable program, so I'm not expecting you to do this after the 6 weeks. It's just a way to lose fat fast and obviously reduce inflammation, water retention, bloating, and get give or take 12 pounds hopefully off, as well as many inches as possible too. So that's what we're going to be measuring for the most part. Okay, so let's get cracking. I'm going to try and keep this video under 5 minutes so that you can get on with your day. So in order of importance, I'm going to go first exactly what we're going to be talking about. Okay, so let's talk about our nutrition. Okay, really important. And this is absolutely by far and away the most important thing. If we're not getting this nailed down and dialed in, you're not going to do it. Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, nutrition: cut cow's dairy, replace with goats and sheep's or oat in terms of milk, in terms of yogurts and things like that. Cut out the cow's dairy, and that's milk for the most part. Cheeses are generally okay in terms of lactose and what we're going to be, causing inflammation. So generally cut cow's dairy out. Cut wheat and gluten out. Okay, so replace with homemade breads. You can make oat bread, you can make almond flour bread, change pastas for pea pastas and things like that, again, which are going to be less inflammatory and reduce water retention. Okay, cut processed foods out, really important. So eat one ingredient foods: veg, fruit, meat, fish, seeds, Greek yogurt, oats, rice, potato, sweet potato, things like that. That's what we're going to eat for the most part, as opposed to anything with more than one ingredient. So if you turn around a packet and it has all these chemicals, chuck it. Okay, weigh yourself in pounds and multiply your weight in pounds by 9. That will give you your calories for you to lose fat fast. Okay, so if I weigh 200 pounds on the scales, obviously, multiply that by 9, that gives me 1800 calories to eat for the day. That's what I'm eating. Doesn't matter on MyFitnessPal if you've done a 500 calorie workout. Ooh, that means I can have 2300 calories. No, okay, stick to 1800 calories. That is your calories. That's what you stick with, and that's what's going to help you drop fat fast. If you're not losing weight after a week, you're either not tracking it properly, or you're missing eating certain things and you're just forgetting about it conveniently. Okay, so get MyFitnessPal, download it. I'll send you a link on the training on how to do that if you're not quite sure how to, but that is what you're going to be doing in terms of calories for the next 6 weeks. Okay, so what we can do is implement a fast twice to 3 times a week. So we can implement maybe a 15-hour fast. That might sound a lot, but imagine a 6 p.m. to a 9 a.m. fast. That is easy. Come on, we can do that. Not a problem. Just make sure you have your last bit of food at 5:30, finish up by 6, and then the next morning go and have your breakfast at 9 a.m. if you bring it to work, or after you drop the kids to school, or whatever it is within your schedule. If it happens to be 16 hours, if it happens to be 14 hours, that's not the end of the world, but I'd implement that 2 to 3 times a week. Nice and easy, but a great way to regenerate your cells, let your gut have a rest, and a really powerful way of reducing calories, but also helping you get your hormones reset and all that sort of stuff as well. Number 3, hydration, vastly underestimated in terms of fat loss, water retention, and inflammation. So drink a minimum of 2.5 liters per day. Drop a pinch of sea salt into your water to hydrate. Coffee and tea does not count in terms of your intake of water. Okay, we got that. Nutrition, boom. Easy. Okay, next one, sleep. Okay, you're going to think this is, I'm putting this top of the list by mistake. No, this is really important. 8 hours sleep per night. Cut blue light before bed, okay? Or white light. White light, blue light. Okay, your phone. Okay, that's what I mean. Cut that out. Computers, laptops, blah, blah, blah. Cut that out 2 hours before bed. That's stimulating us to be awake and making your brain think it's daylight when it's not. You're all confused. You're not getting a deep sleep. No caffeine after lunch. So we don't drink caffeine because that can last up to 8, 9, 10 hours in our system. So when we're going to bed and we've had a coffee at 4 or 5, it's like sipping an espresso before you go to bed. So absolutely, you might get to sleep, but you're not getting good, deep REM, rapid eye movement sleep. No exercise 2 hours before bed as well. So that really will get you wired. And again, you'll find it hard to get to sleep, hard to get into a deep sleep. Okay, so how do we get into the deep sleep? How do we really make sure that we get that good quality sleep? So we can have a really hot bath. It's shown when we get out of the bath, that your body dumps all the heat out and becomes nice and cool. That's when we want to have be in that nice sort of cool room, body's cooling down, and that's the way you're getting a deep sleep, not a big toasty hot room with tons and tons of covers. Okay, so have a cool, really dark room. We don't need to worry about too much, only if you have a big street light outside your room, but it's pretty dark in the morning and evening, so that's okay. And then zinc, magnesium, vitamin B6, a good supplement to take before you go to bed. So that supplement is ZMA. You can get that in any pharmacy or health food store. And the last one is lavender. You can stick a bit on your neck or your on your pillow or on your pajamas top or whatever, just to make sure that we get a nice relaxing sleep. Turn the lights down as well in your house if you have dimmers, or don't have big bright lights just before you go to bed, so that you get your wind down nice and ready for bed. Okay, next one, move. All right, we all know this, okay? We can move 10,000 steps per day on non-training days. So if you're not training, you're going to be doing 10,000 steps a day. That means you're going to have to either start doing some walking a little bit further to work, using steps when you're using lifts, walking the kids to school instead of driving. That could mean doing meetings while you're walking. That could mean standing and walking around your room, your office. If you're on meetings and you're on Zoom, you can walk around. 5K steps per day on the training days. So you don't need to do as many steps on your training days. Yeah, so try and just keep moving as much as you can. The more we move, the more we're moving throughout the day. It doesn't have to be walking, but the more we're moving throughout the day, the more calories you're going to burn, the more that means you're going to be in a calorie deficit, which means you're going to drop weight, which is what we want. 3 to 4 classes per week in your studio. The reason you want at least 3 to 4 classes per week in the studio is because you get a really strong afterburn after these classes for up to 48 hours. So that means for up to 48 hours after these workouts, you're burning calories. Your metabolism is burning from those strength workouts that we're doing. Your muscles are taking time to recuperate, are boosting your metabolic rate, and the more muscle we have in our body, we're burning more calories as a result, equals we're in a calorie deficit. Okay? Hope that all makes sense. I kept that nice and short, nice and speedy, nice and simple. You have this video now so you can watch it forevermore. If you find it helpful, that's brilliant. If you have any questions, you know where to find me.